I don't know how you ended up here, but what's about to happen next, it's not by chance. Your energy, your soul, your very presence was guided here for a divine reason. Something deep within your spirit pulled you into this space, and if you feel a chill right now or your heart is racing, it's because Archangel Michael is right beside you. Watching. Waiting. Urging you not to scroll away. Because this message is not just important, it is urgent. The type of urgent that could shift everything in your life if you open it in time. But if ignored, you may never know what was stolen from you without your knowledge. Archangel Michael says he's been trying to warn you for 3 nights. You kept feeling those small glitches. The random battery drop. The strange vibration when no one messaged. You thought maybe it was just a bug or some app in the background, but that was no coincidence. Someone has ingeniously paired your phone, your most private device, your digital soul. Without your permission. Without your knowledge. And their intention is not pure. It's masked in darkness. God says this has been happening quietly, hidden behind distractions, to keep you from noticing the truth that only heaven could expose in time. And that time is right now. There's something happening behind the veil, a digital mirror where your private thoughts, messages, and secrets are being pulled into the hands of someone you don't even suspect. A person who smiles at you in public but spies in the shadows. Michael saw them. God allowed him to look directly into their heart, and what he saw broke him. The jealousy. The obsession. The hunger to know your every move, every call, every picture. And now, they've crossed a line. That's why heaven had to step in. You were not supposed to know this. Not now. Not until later. But Michael begged for your name. He stood before the throne and pleaded, "Please, Father, allow me to tell them before it's too late." And God said, "Go. But if they skip this, you must walk away." That's why this moment matters more than you realize. If you walk away now, the very angel who has been shielding you from this storm will have no choice but to let go. And when that happens, everything will change. Because this time, the darkness is watching more closely than ever. Michael says the reason you've felt so drained lately isn't just emotional. It's energetic theft. Every time you pick up your phone and feel an odd wave of tiredness or confusion, that's not just mental fog. That's them, draining your divine frequency through the connection they secretly established. You are a chosen soul, gifted with light, and someone knew that. That's why they targeted you. They couldn't stand to see you rise. So they hacked their way into your field, your mirror, your reflection, your phone. But it's deeper than that. They hacked into your peace. And Archangel Michael is furious. You may think this is just spiritual paranoia, but let me tell you something, Michael doesn't show up like this for nothing. He doesn't raise his voice unless the storm is already brewing. He's shouting now. You can hear it in your chest, that inner scream that says, something's not right. Listen to that. Don't silence it again. Heaven is screaming through you. If you've noticed someone suddenly acting like they know more about your private life, it's not intuition. It's access. The kind of access no one should have. They hear your voice notes. They saw your tears through your camera lens. And you didn't even realize. They've been watching the way you move, the people you talk to, the things you delete. You thought you had privacy. But in the spiritual realm, there is no privacy from darkness unless you are protected by divine light. And that's why this message is here, to activate that protection before the final line is crossed. Archangel Michael says the person behind this is not a stranger. That's what hurts the most. It's someone you trusted. Someone who acted like they cared. Someone who pretended to protect you, but was waiting for the perfect moment to pierce your light. And now, they've almost succeeded. That's why the angelic forces had to break protocol and rush this message through dimensions, across time, through divine filters, just to get it to your screen before it's too late. Because what happens in the next few hours will either restore your safety, or cost you something you can never take back. You've been hearing whispers in your dreams. You wake up in the middle of the night, feeling like someone was just in your room. You keep checking your notifications and seeing nothing, but feeling everything. That's not anxiety. That's divine alert. Michael has been nudging your soul. And your soul has been trying to nudge you here. You are not going crazy. You are being warned. And this message is heaven's final attempt to get your attention. If you don't act now, something precious will fall into the wrong hands. Something only meant for your eyes, your ears, your heart. And the person on the other side? They're growing bolder. More reckless. They've even started saving copies of your messages in hidden folders. Michael says they're planning to use something against you, something you once shared in love, now weaponized in hate. But you still have time. Time to cleanse. Time to sever the tie. Time to reclaim your light. But that time is disappearing faster than you think. God is not punishing you. He's protecting you. That's why you were guided here. That's why you're still reading. Your higher self already knows the truth, and it's ready to act. But action without awareness is like a sword with no hand to swing it. You must choose now. Choose to believe this is divine timing. Choose to trust that heaven speaks through urgency. Because if you delay again, this may never reach you in time. And let me tell you a secret, you are stronger than you know. The person watching you, they think you're naive. They think you won't fight back. But Michael says your spirit carries the roar of 1,000 warriors. All you need is the truth, and now, you have it. But knowing isn't enough. You must act. Spiritually. Emotionally. Technologically. Cleanse your devices. Say a prayer of release. Call on Michael to sever the soul cord connected to that person. He's waiting. Sword drawn. Shield raised. But he needs your permission. You are not just some random human in this world. You are chosen. You are light-bearer. And someone in the shadows knows that. That's why they invaded. They didn't just want your data, they wanted your destiny. They wanted to delay your purpose. And if they can delay it long enough, they think you'll give up. But God says, not this time. Not when the angelic realm has stepped in. Not when heaven itself has paused to speak your name. So please, don't skip this. Don't treat it like another video, another pop-up, another message in the sea of digital noise. This one is different. This one is sacred. This one carries the fingerprints of angels and the breath of God. You were meant to see this. You were meant to know. Because you are the only one who can stop what's coming next. Michael says, you don't have to be afraid. But you must be aware. Because the devil's greatest weapon is silence. And now, we've broken it. And beloved, the moment you finish this message, the realm of heaven will watch how you respond. Because now, you are no longer in the dark. The veil has been lifted. You know what they did. You feel it. That eerie familiarity, that something's off energy around a certain person, you were right. Your intuition was never lying. Michael says, they mocked your sensitivity, they made you feel paranoid, but it was your soul screaming, they're watching you. And now you know why. This person, the one whose name just flashed in your mind, is spiritually exposed now. They can no longer hide. You may not have proof in the physical world yet, but the angels have already seen the data. Archangel Michael has tracked the energetic fingerprints they left behind, every time they accessed your private world without permission. And what they're trying to do now is far more dangerous. They don't just want to observe anymore. They want control. God says, there is a reason your blessings have been delayed. There is a reason your relationships feel heavy. There is a reason money slips away. Your vibration has been tampered with. That's why you keep feeling lost. That's why your confidence keeps fading. But heaven never left you. This message is your turning point. Michael says, if you open your spirit now, I will tear this connection apart myself. But you must ask. Can you feel your hands tingling? That pressure in your chest? That's not fear, it's spiritual readiness. Something in you is rising. The version of you that is powerful. The version of you that remembers. Your destiny wasn't just designed, it was divinely written. And this person tried to erase it. But they failed. Because you made it here. You are reading the warning before the damage becomes permanent. Michael wants you to know this. This person pretended to care because they couldn't stand to see you awakened. They feared your light, so they disguised their obsession as loyalty. But I see them now. Heaven sees them. And that mask they've been hiding behind, it's gone. You don't need to wait for the betrayal anymore. It already happened. Now you must take back what is yours. And God speaks gently now, but firm, my child, I know you are tired of warnings. I know you want to rest. But if you skip this one, you give permission. And the moment you ignore this message, heaven cannot step in again. Because we honor free will. But please, don't silence us again. Remember the last time something valuable in your life suddenly vanished? A lost opportunity. A broken connection. A door that slammed shut for no reason. That was the first attack. That was the moment your energy became traceable. They saw your light and followed it into your space. This time, they want more. They want to rewrite your path. But they will fail, if you act now. Michael says there are 3 signs you'll notice within the next 48 hours to confirm this truth. You will dream of someone standing outside your door, but they won't knock. They will just watch. That's your angel showing you who's spiritually hovering. You will receive a message, a real one, from someone unexpected, and it will contain strange wording or timing. Read it twice. The truth will hide in the sentence. Your phone will freeze or glitch for no reason, especially while doing something private. That's not coincidence. That's energetic conflict. The spiritual realm is clashing with their interference. If even one of these happens, you must understand, this is real. You were never meant to fight this alone. That's why Michael is here. But spiritual contracts are real, and right now, one is still open. The person who invaded your energy did it through manipulation, possibly with your earlier agreement. Maybe you allowed them in, thinking they were safe. But now you know better. Heaven needs your verbal command to break that contract. You must speak aloud. Archangel Michael, I release anyone who has illegally paired to my energy. I revoke access. I cut cords. I call on divine fire to remove this link. My phone. My voice. My soul. My vibration. Is no longer theirs. In Jesus' name. So it is. Say this 3 times. Say it with authority. Because this time, you don't beg for protection, you command it. Your voice is a spiritual weapon. Use it. And once you do, Michael will go where you cannot. He will enter realms you do not see. He will burn the thread that connects your device to theirs. And when he's done, you will feel the peace return. You'll know it's working when you wake up lighter. When you breathe deeper. When the fog starts to lift. Because your power was never gone, it was just buried under someone else's shadow. This is not just about a phone. This is about identity. About your voice. Your journey. Your divine assignment. The enemy didn't care about your photos or texts, they cared about disrupting the path God laid out for you. That's why they came. And that's why Michael is fighting now. You were born with a miracle stitched into your spirit. A destiny that can't be copied, no matter how hard they try. And every second you delay protecting your light, they get closer to turning your blessing into bitterness. But if you take this moment seriously, truly seriously, everything can shift in the blink of an eye. You will begin to notice clarity. Signs. People who were once confusing will be revealed. Hidden intentions will surface. That job opportunity that slipped away, it will return. The money that kept vanishing, it will flow again. The ache in your chest that you couldn't explain, it will finally dissolve. Because this is spiritual surgery. And Michael is holding the blade. You have to understand something deep, you were always protected. But protection requires participation. God never left. He just waited. And this is your moment to say, I am ready. Say it now. Out loud. I am ready. I receive this message. I choose to be protected. I command my power back. Because the enemy thought you'd stay silent. But you just roared. Good. Because Archangel Michael says the next 3 days are not ordinary. They are sacred. They are the window where the chain can be broken permanently, or tightened around your destiny. He says, they are planning something. And the date is marked. But heaven is already ahead. If you stay open, if you do what I say next, not only will you be protected, you will be rewarded. Because God never allows a soul to suffer for nothing. The person who paired your phone, they're becoming impatient. They've been listening, watching, stealing your energy for too long. And now, they're frustrated because you're waking up. They can feel the connection weakening already. They may try to contact you soon. Or worse, they may try to cause an emotional disturbance that draws you back into their web. Michael warns, do not respond emotionally. Do not answer the guilt. Do not explain yourself. Just cut the cord and walk in silence. He says, their next move will come in a disguise. They may act like they miss you. Like they want to reconcile. But don't be fooled. That's not love. That's control. They're not interested in healing. They're afraid of losing access to your power. Because when you're connected to God, your energy is rare. Addictive. That's why they latched on. That's why they refuse to let go. But it's not their choice anymore. It's yours. And now Michael wants you to understand something powerful. Heaven works in divine balance. When evil tries to enter your space uninvited, God responds by preparing a blessing equal in weight, or greater. So if someone tried to violate your privacy, your peace, your heart, then heaven is preparing to restore everything they tried to steal. And more. But the restoration will only begin after you shut the spiritual door fully. You've been feeling blocked because this person was spiritually sitting at your table, eating from your feast. You kept praying, God, why does my life feel stuck? And God whispered back, because you haven't noticed the thief at your table. But now, you've caught them. You see them. And now, the table can be cleared. But there's one final thing Michael is begging you to do, not just for your phone, but your life. He says, you must spiritually cleanse your space. Not just your room, your energy. Because your phone may be the portal, but your aura is the doorway. Here's what he asks. Tonight before you sleep, place your phone in another room. Let it rest away from you, disconnected from your spirit while you sleep. Light a candle, even if small. Say aloud, I command every energetic attachment not sent from God to leave this house now. The next morning, write the name of the person you suspect, even if you're unsure, on a small paper and say, I return your energy to you with peace. You are not allowed in my space anymore. I release you and all ties. Then tear the paper. Flush it. Burn it. Throw it away. That's your permission. That's your sword. Delete old conversations, images, voice notes that carry guilt or fear. That energy lingers. And while it exists in your device, it's also alive in your spiritual space. You must clear it. Let it go. And then, watch what happens next. Within 72 hours, something wild will occur. A miracle. A spiritual confirmation. Someone will contact you out of nowhere with good news. A payment will be approved. A person will admit a hidden truth. Your body will feel lighter. Your eyes will look brighter. And peace, the kind of peace that only comes when the angels finish their work, will descend over your home like a cloud. Because that's the power of divine intervention. Michael says you've been delaying your breakthrough by allowing interference. But the moment you act, you realign with heaven's flow. And everything, I mean everything, will begin to shift. And now God speaks again, softly this time, my child, you have no idea what I was preparing for you. You kept praying, asking, hoping. But I could not deliver it while someone else's hand was still in your pocket, stealing what I placed there. Now, I have watched you listen. I have watched you believe. And now, I will reward you. He is waiting with the blessing. Michael is standing with the sword. But only you can unlock the door. Say this aloud. I remove every spirit of surveillance, control, and manipulation. I declare divine fire over every hidden connection. I cleanse my phone, my house, my mind, and my soul. Archangel Michael, seal me in heaven's light. Let no darkness find me again. The angels are clapping now. Because you finally said it. Because you finally broke it. And now, something incredible is on the way. Michael says now that you've severed the tie, or at least opened your spirit enough to try, he can finally tell you the part that was hidden until now. And beloved, this part will shock you. The person who paired your phone, who spied in silence, who studied your every move like it was a game, they weren't doing it just to torment you. They were planning something big. Something spiritual. Something energetic. They were preparing to use your energy to manifest a life that was meant for you. Yes, really. That's what Michael saw. This wasn't just an invasion, it was a robbery in disguise. They knew you were close to a breakthrough. A new home. A financial leap. A divine connection. They felt the blessing forming around you before you could see it. So instead of manifesting with their own light, they decided to steal yours. That's why they synced with your energy. Your phone was the bridge. Your vibration was the battery. Every time you cried, they used your pain to feed their intention. Every time you had a private thought of success or hope, they wrote down their own dreams and rode the current of your spirit. They tried to siphon your miracles. To claim your destiny by mirroring your shadow. But heaven never allows evil to win without resistance. Michael saw their altar. Yes, altar. It may not look like one in the physical realm. It may have just been their bed, or their desk, or their screen. But in the spiritual world, they created an altar of intention with your name at the center. You were the flame they prayed around. The soul they tried to harness. And now, God is angry. But not at you. At them. Because what they did is not just spiritually illegal, it's dangerous. It creates karmic collapse. That's why their life is about to fall apart. And if you stay connected to them, even a little, the pieces will fall into your lap too. That's why Archangel Michael begged to come to you now, before the collapse begins. He says, if you disconnect completely, their collapse will become your compensation. What they tried to steal will return to you sevenfold. But if you delay, part of their karma becomes yours. And I won't be able to stop it. You see now why this message is different? This is not just spiritual. This is divine law enforcement. You are being rescued from a theft in progress. And the thief is about to lose everything. But the question is, will you still be standing near them when that happens? Michael says walk away. Don't warn them. Don't explain. Don't argue. Let God be the judge. Because what's coming is not for your eyes. What's coming is meant for cleansing. For balance. For justice. And now that you've been delivered from their trap, God wants to deliver you into something new. That blocked business deal? Watch it unlock. That strange pause in your finances? Watch them flow. That soulmate connection that vanished? Watch it return, or be replaced by something even higher. Because heaven never ends a chapter without beginning a better one. But you must not go back. Not even to check on them. Michael says, if you look back, you'll lose your place in the future. Keep walking. Keep your spirit sealed. The worst is over, but the best is waiting. And now, beloved, the angels are rejoicing. Your light is returning. Your path is clearing. Your name, your real name in the realm of spirit, is being written in golden ink tonight, because you did what most never do, you listened. Heaven honors that. Michael smiles now. Not because everything is done. But because now, finally, you are safe. And everything they took, God is giving it back. Multiplied. Anointed. Protected. And permanently yours. And now, beloved, we come to the final part, the closing of the portal, the divine instruction that seals the breakthrough. Archangel Michael is standing before you in full armor. His wings are spread wide behind your back. His voice is calm, yet fierce. His sword is glowing with heavenly fire. And his message is simple but final. It is done, if you accept it. Michael says, every word you've read has not been a story. It was a spiritual operation. While your eyes were reading, your soul was being untied. While your heart was racing, your spirit was being reset. This wasn't just a warning. This was a rescue. And you didn't skip it. That means heaven can now release what's next. And what's next is divine restoration. Michael is holding a scroll. It has your name written in a script that only angels understand. And he's been waiting for days to release it. But the scroll is sealed. It cannot be opened unless you declare, in your own voice, that you are no longer bound to the person who watched you, stole from you, and tried to possess your miracles. So now, speak these final words aloud, even whisper them, and watch the scroll unseal. I accept my deliverance. I break every bond with the one who invaded my spirit. I take back what was mine. I welcome my miracles. And I give permission to heaven to complete this restoration. Amen. Michael is smiling now. The scroll in his hands has opened. The words of your blessing are flying into the ether, like light sent into the blueprint of your future. And God Himself is watching. Because what's coming next is rare. In the next 7 days, you will see signs. One after another. They will come in layers. Fast. Divine. Undeniable. Pay close attention. Don't brush them off. Because each sign is a message. Each message is a direction. And each direction leads to a door that was previously locked, a door someone else tried to walk through in your name. But heaven knows your name. And only you can walk through it now. Michael says within those 7 days, 3 things are going to happen that will confirm everything you've read here. You will hear a name, possibly theirs, in a strange or unexpected place. That is confirmation they have been fully exposed in the spirit realm. They are now seen by heaven and their energy cannot hide anymore. You will receive something that was delayed, money, opportunity, contact. And it will feel effortless. That is restoration. That is your inheritance coming back. You will feel peace. Not surface peace, soul peace. The kind that makes you feel like you can finally breathe again. That is the sign that Michael has sealed your energy and the thief is now fully removed from your path. You don't need to do anything more, except stay out of the old pattern. Don't reopen the door. Don't answer calls from the past. Don't explain your growth to people who tried to steal your light. Because now, your spirit is under divine surveillance. Heaven is watching now, not your enemy. The angels have taken your case into their hands. Your name is being whispered in holy places. Your breakthrough is not just coming, it's already been released. You just need to walk forward. And when the moment comes, when you feel the shift, when you see the signs, when you start receiving what was once blocked, don't forget this moment. Don't forget that this all started because one angel fought for you. Because one soul, you, decided to believe the message. Michael's final words? The one who tried to watch you, is now being watched. The one who tried to block you, is now blocked. And the one who tried to become you, will now witness your rise. It is finished. You are free. Now walk like it. Speak like it. Believe like it. And most of all, expect what's coming next, because it's divine. And so now, as the angelic realm quiets, the winds around your soul begin to still. The storm is over. The surveillance is broken. And what remains is you, untouched, unshaken, and chosen. You've passed through something invisible but very real. And now, heaven is watching how you carry your freedom. Because freedom is not just escape, it's alignment. And God wants to align you with the real version of your life that had been paused since this interference began. There are things that were written for you, beautiful, golden things, that were postponed by this energetic hijack. Love that never found its way to you. Money that refused to arrive. A message that always seemed delayed. A sudden illness that doctors couldn't explain. That restless energy you kept feeling even in silence. All of that was connected to this invasion. But now that the connection is broken, the flow will return. Michael says within 21 days, you will walk into something you prayed for months ago. Something you gave up on. Something that felt impossible. It's already on its way. But it couldn't come before, not when someone else had access to your frequency. God had to delay it to protect it. But now? Now the road is clear. The gate is opening. And the sound of your name is being sung by angels again. And beloved, there's more. Michael wants you to know that someone else has been waiting to reach you. Someone divine. Someone good. Not an enemy, but a connection that was paused until your protection was restored. They've been thinking of you. They've been sensing your energy, but every time they tried to get closer, something pushed them away. It was the interference. But now, that interference is gone. And this person, maybe a soulmate, maybe a mentor, maybe a friend sent by God, will arrive suddenly. They may message you out of nowhere. They may cross your path in a strange way. But they will carry warmth, safety, truth. You will know it's them, because their energy will feel like peace, not pressure. That's the kind of connection the enemy wanted to prevent. But now, heaven has full access to your path again. You've reopened the divine lines. And what's meant for you is no longer blocked. Michael says, I will walk before them. I will guard their inbox, their door, their bed, their mind. I will not let that darkness return. I will not let their vibration be touched again. I will stand between their name and every shadow, as long as they believe, and as long as they walk in light. You are no longer who you were before reading this message. Your energy has shifted. Your future has been realigned. The past that tried to follow you can't reach you anymore. And now, God wants to give you one last instruction. Not for survival, but for thriving. Every morning when you wake up, speak this simple declaration. I reclaim all that was mine. Every blessing that was delayed, I welcome now. Every voice that tried to silence me is silenced. I walk in divine favor. I walk in truth. And I do not fear being seen anymore. Because that's what this was really about. The enemy didn't just want your phone. They wanted your voice. They wanted you to shrink. To question your intuition. To doubt your path. But you didn't. You listened to the angel. You followed the nudge. You read the warning. And now, you rise. So keep walking. Keep listening. Keep expecting. Because in the realm of spirit, the scroll with your name on it is open now. And as Michael turns and flies into the light, his final whisper is this. Don't just wait for the miracle. You are the miracle. Now live like it.